They were fools to try and break you, not because you were made of diamond, but because you were sculpted from raw, unwavering truth. Truth doesn't splinter under pressure. It roots deeper into the earth, shaking everything built on lies. You were born with a flame inside your chest, wild and unapologetic. They felt its heat and called you dangerous, reckless, uncontrollable. They tried to drown your spark in silence, hoping it would vanish quietly. But your fire wasn't made to fade. It ignites, transforms, and reshapes the world around it. You weren't seeking approval. You were remembering your calling. Your life isn't about proving the doubters wrong. It's about honoring that relentless voice in your head whispering, "Rise. This life is yours to shape, not theirs to limit." So if you're still standing after their storms, it's not luck. It's because you were forged in a furnace they couldn't comprehend. They brought thunder, and you answered with lightning. They tried to write your story, but your truth needed no editing. Negativity doesn't always scream. It whispers sweetly. It hides behind masks, pretends concern, offers poison disguised as medicine. It labels your growth as selfishness, your ambition as arrogance. They want you quiet, compliant, small. Easy to handle, easy to control. The moment you begin to rise, they panic. Your silence made you an enemy. Your boundaries became insults. Suddenly, you were the villain in their story. But that's the thing about villains. They're often heroes misunderstood by those who fear their power. If someone only cheers when you're shrinking, they never loved you. They loved the shadow they could step over. So let them whisper. Let them gossip. They created the distance, so let them watch your growth from afar. Your dreams aren't open for debate. Chase them like they hold the secret to your soul, because they do. Their criticism is envy wrapped in insecurity, and you're doing what they never dared to attempt. Collapse isn't failure, it's revelation. Don't fear the fall, fear the chains of living in false comfort. The burden was never yours, the fake love, the conditional friendships, the exhausting roles you played to make others comfortable. When you stopped playing along, they called you difficult. They ghosted, accused, and tried to silence your voice. But their abandonment was your liberation. They loved the convenient version of you, the one who never spoke up, who stayed small and agreeable. But when your shell cracked, your light poured out, unstoppable. You weren't discarded, you were released. Now you're unshackled, dangerous, fiercely authentic. You no longer offer your heart to those who don't honor it. Your energy is sacred, guarded like the treasure it truly is. Their bridges are ashes beneath your feet, but you're building highways to freedom with bare hands and unshakable courage. Karma doesn't need your help. doesn't post updates. It doesn't show receipts. It just moves. Silently. Precisely. Inevitably. The same people who cast shadows on your name. The ones who mocked your healing. They now sit in rooms, still talking about you like you're the weather. Unpredictable, powerful, unreachable. And karma? It doesn't just return energy. It teaches through experience. So they couldn't pierce your light. They crafted a darkness around your name to diminish it. Formed a coven of cowards casting spells of rumor and jealousy. They spun webs of lies like silk, hoping you'd trip. But you walked through the fire on your feet. You let the truth speak when the noise got too loud. You let alignment handle what your ego no longer needed to fight. You don't watch for karma, you trust it. Because when you're in divine alignment, the scales always balance, even when the world pretends they don't. The thing about silence is it makes the loud ones panic. The moment you stop reacting, they scramble. They need your rage to stay relevant. They need your attention to stay inflated. So they gather. A council of naysayers, a back alley coven of projection. They couldn't find your weakness, so they built one from scraps of their own shame. They called your boundaries bitterness. They called your elevation ego. They turned your peace into a problem. Let them talk. Let them whisper behind walls they're too afraid to climb over. You don't answer to illusions. You don't explain your healing to people addicted to hurting others. You just keep loving yourself harder. You keep showing up for your dream like it's already real. You keep letting your results be the loudest thing in the room. You are not what they say you are. You are what you choose to become. So they were fools to try and break you, because they never saw what was rebuilding underneath the silence. They saw a breakdown, but it was really a rebirth, and now they want your strength. But it's not up for grabs. It's not a souvenir for people who threw stones. It belongs to you, and only you. So walk the storm you've survived. Speak like the prayer you've become. Shine like the miracle they swore you'd never be. You don't owe anyone your energy. You don't owe anyone your softness. You owe you your everything. So chase your dream. Build the vision. Be loud. Be seen. Be sovereign. Let them sneer. Let them circle like vultures. You're flying with wings they said would never grow back. And the best part, you're just getting started. Stay unbreakable, homies. Peace out.